Hi guys. Hi guys, so before we jump into today's video, I just wanted to give you a quick little update on the Nurse Hannah situation. So Nurse Hannah was spotted amidst the whole CPS investigation that was launched on her family because of this video that had gone viral and people got really nervous for her kids. So much so that people were calling CPS in Utah and a case was opened, and she had been offline for a long time and no one really knew what was going on or kind of where she was. But then this quick video started circulating where Hannah was in fact spotted at a Walmart. And now, since that video has been uploaded and was circulating, Hannah has in fact come back to TikTok, and this was the first thing that she posted.
Okay, so I thought I'd do a quick story time on this question right here. I'm gonna say that it's safe to assume that everyone's always on the hunt for a little bit of extra money. And I recently saw a TikTok ad about how to make some extra money, and I was all for it. At first, not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical, so I had to check it out. I mean, all the comments on there said that it worked, so I had to try it out. Oh, and by the way, if you want to try it for yourself, I'm going to tag the account in my description, and the link to it is in their bio. It's literally an app where they pay you to test out games. I personally love playing games on my phone, so why would I not want to be paid to test out games? I've been testing out these 2 games on my phone for over a week now, and I've already made $175. $175 for playing games on my phone. And the best part is they pay you as you go as you reach new levels, and they reimburse you when you make in-app purchases. So really, it's just a win-win overall. So if you're looking to earn a little extra money or looking to spend a little extra money, no judgment either way. I'm going to tag the account in my description, and the link is in their bio.
Now, this whole situation wasn't enough for a video on its own, so I just wanted to include it at the beginning of this video just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on the whole Nurse Hannah situation. Now, let's get into today's video. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Carly Gifford, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I post sit-down videos talking about TikTok drama. Now, most times, it's not really anything super serious. Every now and then, though, it can be. Typically, it's just fun stuff to sort of gossip about and to talk about, and I try to find things that are very niche, that it's if you're not on that side of TikTok, you're just not on that side of TikTok and you have no idea what I'm talking about. Or either you are on that side of TikTok and you just have been seeing videos about a certain thing that's going on, but don't know the full story, because I'm there a lot. This is for you then. I just explained everything so that way you can get fully caught up with essentially what's going on. Now, before I start every video, I tell you guys which chopstick I'm using and what I'm drinking. Right now, I'm drinking a chai latte. It's honestly really good. It's just a homemade one, you know? And then I'm using the Saltaire Lip Oil Balm. This is just the clear shade, I guess. This stuff really saves my lips, especially right now since we're going into the extreme chappy kind of season. I love this one. I actually have 2 of these. This one is almost out. I'm gonna be finishing it up in just a few days, I'm sure. But I'm serious, it has been saving my lips. Now, I don't know why this one doesn't taste very good, but normally I get just a shea butter kind of taste. taste, but this one has been kind of bitter almost. I know people say, oh, you shouldn't be eating your chapstick. Correct, but it's on your lips and that goes into your mouth. So how do you not get a little bit in your mouth, you know? But overall, I would say the consistency is really good. It's not too thick. It's not just like runny, you know? It's honestly, I would dare to say one of my favorites. So if you guys ever find these online or whatever, I would highly recommend buying them and giving them a try. I haven't tried any of the other flavors, but I'm totally game to. So that being said, I think we'll just get right into today's video. Okay, so today, we are talking about Micro Bakery Girl. Now, I'm just going to say that if you want to see the video that essentially started this all and the woman that figured out that this is possibly the situation that is happening, go watch Sourdough by Sid's TikTok video. It is so insanely good, you guys. I got tagged in it once. Someone tagged me and said I should talk about it. And honestly, oh my God, I'm so glad that they did, because this situation is so kind of bizarre in a weird way, but so good. So definitely go watch her video. I'm kind of just going to be summarizing it and stuff, but she goes into insane detail and it's so phenomenal. I've watched her video like I think 3 or 4 times now. So highly recommend, go watch that. But essentially, Micro Bakery Girl is an account on TikTok and Instagram that was created by Sydney Stewart. That was created by Jess Stewart. Now her Instagram has way more followers than her TikTok does. Her Instagram account has 139,000 followers. As for her TikTok though, her TikTok only has 788 followers, but her first video only went up a week ago. So she's relatively new to the TikTok world, but she's been posting on Instagram since only like November 19th, 2024. So not very long at all. And she has really honestly gained a pretty solid following. Now, essentially, Sid's story is that her and her husband live in Arizona in an apartment. He works for a company that is called the Client Acquisition Coach for Coaches. So essentially, what his job was, people that teach other people how to sell courses. So it's a course for selling courses online. And Sid tells this whole story, which I will read you guys in a second here. But essentially, Sid was oh my God, not Sid. So essentially, Jess was working for his company as a graphic designer, but she got let go because the company was losing a lot of money and they just weren't making ends meet. And she needed another way to generate some sort of income, which like don't so many people do that, like have a job or a career and then do kind of like a side hustle type situation, you know? So not super uncommon by any means, but she went online and saw like, yeah, micro bakeries are super cool, tried to learn as much as she could about them, but was like, yeah, all the info was either outdated or it just wasn't applicable. Like it wasn't a full educational lesson on how to start a micro bakery. So now her and her husband sell micro bakery courses. But on her Instagram, there is a post with like a note kind of on a photo that says the true story of Micro Bakery Girl. Now she posted this just a few hours ago, actually right now as of recording this video. So I'm recording this on Tuesday. It's going up on Wednesday. So this hasn't even been up for a full day, but this is what she says is the true story of Micro Bakery Girl. Hey everyone, there have been a lot of rumors circulating about me over the past few days, so I wanted to take a moment to tell you who I am, the true story behind this page, and my intentions going forward. First of all, my name is Jessica Stewart. I'm married to a wonderful husband, Landon Stewart. My Micro Bakery Girl story starts in the fall of 2023. I've always loved baking. One of my first Instagram accounts was a Harry Potter baking and food blog called Fable and Feast that I ran in 2022. Then in the fall of 2023, I discovered baking sourdough for the very first time. Like many of you, the second I started, I was hooked. At that point, I didn't even know what micro bakeries were. I was just baking for myself, friends, and family because I enjoyed it. Then last summer, 2 big things happened. One, I discovered micro bakeries for the first time, and I immediately knew I wanted to start one of my own. I showed a few of my friends, and they thought it was perfect for me too. Around the same time, my husband's company, Clients and Community, became no longer profitable and began losing money month over month. And it got to the point to where bringing on clients was just no longer feasible. I was also doing graphic design for his company, so I was let go in the process, and altogether we lost half of our income overnight. I wanted to help take some of the pressure off my husband's shoulders and also have something creative of my own. So I brought up the idea of starting a micro bakery. The problem was, we live in a small apartment in Arizona. My husband also works from home, and we didn't think a micro bakery would be a good fit for our current setup. But his parents live in Illinois, and they had the absolute perfect setup for it. A beautiful home and a big yard out front, along with a mother-in-law to help out. So we decided I would live with his parents off and on until we could afford a bigger space to open the bakery in Arizona. His parents were so kind. They let me turn one of their rooms into a baking space and set up a bread stand out front. As I researched micro bakeries, I looked everywhere for a step-by-step course to help me get started. I couldn't find one. There were a lot of ebooks, and I even purchased a few of them, but I felt like they left out a lot of important details, so I pieced things together on my own. Noticing that no step-by-step course existed yet and realizing how many other people were eager to start micro bakeries, I came up with the idea to document my entire journey from start to finish, to then create a comprehensive course to help aspiring micro bakers get started. With my husband's expertise in creating online courses, it felt like the perfect fit. So in September, I moved to Illinois to build out my micro bakery, and by October, I was baking 50 loaves of bread plus 30 bags of cookies and other baked goods each week. When I looked into the Illinois cottage food laws, I learned the license fee is based on the calendar year. Since I started in October, I would have had to pay the fee again in January. Instead of getting an official license for just a few months, I decided to give my bread away temporarily in exchange for people allowing me to feature them in my content. And some loved the product so much they wouldn't leave without giving me a cash tip. By November, I realized balancing the bakery and creating the course was too much, so I paused the bakery to focus on the course and get a head start on Instagram, with plans to reopen the bakery in January once I had my official cottage food license. I started posting weekly content, and I figured I'd maybe get 2,000 or 3,000 followers by the time I reopened the bakery. But then my content started going viral, causing my page to grow way faster than I expected. As my page grew, I made quite a few mistakes along the way and failed to communicate clearly. This resulted in a few inconsistencies. For example, I said I run my micro bakery full-time, which is true in terms of hours yet, but not income yet. Nevertheless, the micro bakery is indeed real. I've invested hundreds of hours into researching what it takes to build a successful micro bakery. I've baked the loaves, set up the bread stand, carefully crafted the branding and packaging, purchased all the necessary equipment, and served happy customers. I'm genuinely excited to continue growing the little loaf into something truly special in 2025. Which brings me to the last few days. A group of creators in the micro bakery community discovered my page and began creating and sharing content that has led to a wave of criticism and harassment. I fully understand their instinct to protect this community and why they would advise their followers not to purchase my course based on the mistakes I have made. I own and apologize for those errors. However, the situation has escalated far beyond constructive criticism and into something deeply harmful and disproportionate. Videos were created and widely shared about my husband and I, falsely claiming that we plan to scam my future course customers. These videos disclosed personal details about where I live. One shared the name of my in-laws' county in Illinois, along with the city, zip code, and picture of my apartment building in Arizona. That video alone has more than 100,000 views. As a result, I faced intense harassment. People have contacted my neighbors, falsely claimed to be members of my father-in-law's church, and even driven by my in-laws' home where I'm currently staying. On social media, my husband and I have been called scammers, grifters, and leeches. One situation was so extreme that my family and I filed a police report, and a restraining order was granted by a judge. I've been so scared I don't even want to leave the house, but I'm incredibly thankful though for the local police who have been patrolling the neighborhood to keep us safe. Out of respect for the creators and resharers of these videos, I won't mention their names as I wouldn't wish a fraction of this treatment on anyone else. I'm also incredibly grateful for the amazing people in this community who have sent me supportive messages behind the scenes. Your kindness means so much. While some of these creators' claims about me are accurate, they've also made allegations that are entirely false, and I want to address those now. One claim is that my followers are fake. This is simply untrue. I haven't paid for a single follower, nor have I boosted any posts or run ads. I was fortunate to have 4 to 5 videos go viral in my first month and a half, resulting in over 15 million views, 1.2 million likes, and 300,000 shares, which has led to over 130,000 real followers. Another claim is that my husband's company, Clients and Community, stole content from other creators and sold it as their own. This is also untrue. Clients and Community, though no longer serving clients today, was a legitimate company founded in 2019 that sold its own unique products and services. At its peak, the company employed over 30 staff members, served thousands of clients, and received notable recognition, including being featured by Forbes magazine and making the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in America. I'm also thankful for the business expertise that my husband will bring to my course and to my future students. Another allegation claims that my course is copied from other creators' ebooks that I'm attempting to sell their work as my own, despite the fact that my course has not yet been released and its contents have not been seen by the people making this allegation. While I respect the sourdough creators in this community, their ebooks typically take 30 to 60 minutes to read. My course offers over 20 hours of original video content, along with unique bonuses like brand kits, ready-made menus, financial trackers, and more, all of which I designed from scratch. It has also been alleged that my course will include master resale rights, meaning others could resell it as their own. This is also false. While I have experimented with master resale rights programs in the past, this course will not include resale rights or an affiliate program, nor is it a course on how to sell courses. My only goal with this course is to help people start micro bakeries. Lastly, I'm proud to say that my course comes with an unconditional 30-day money back, so if anyone is unhappy with the course for any reason, I'll provide a full refund, no questions asked. While I can't change the past, I'm committed to moving forward in the right way. From here, I've taken and passed my food protection manager certification exam. My stand is already back out and my cottage food license should arrive any day now. So I'll soon be resuming operations of the Little Loaf Micro Bakery in Illinois before eventually moving it out west to reunite with my husband. So one thing that a lot of people noticed was that a lot of our content seems to have been shot in one day, and neighbors have also come out and said, yeah, all those clips of us buying her, goodies that she sets out on her stand was in fact staged, and we all were told to come out and let her shoot content of us, and in exchange we'll get to keep the goodies, essentially, is I think sort of what they were claiming.
You know the feminine urge to open a bakery that's also a bookshop and sells flowers? Well, this is my version of that. Welcome to my micro bakery, a small-scale, home-based bakery that I run right from my home kitchen that I've called the Little Loaf. I may not have a shop on Main Street with big bay windows, but every morning I step into my micro bakery, I feel like I'm living in a romance book. It's just me, the smell of fresh bread in my oven, and that quiet sense of magic that comes from making something with my own hands. I have a small stand outside where I display my baked goods for customers to pick up, along with a little library filled with free books and a basket full of flowers. I didn't need to invest in a big commercial kitchen or rent a space. I simply used the tools that I already had, keeping my costs low and focusing on the fun stuff, creating delicious treats. And it's actually working. My neighbors and friends regularly stop by when I open each weekend, ready to pick up their favorites. This little setup has become more than I ever expected. It's a way to bring joy to my community, share something that I love, and make a little extra money on the side too. So if you've ever felt the urge to start something of your own, just know that you don't need a storefront or a huge budget. Sometimes the dream that you've been waiting for can begin right where you are now, with what you already have.
So her kind of saying, yeah, I've just been creating content so far and getting my course ready. I mean, she is sort of addressing it, but it's weird. It feels like in a roundabout way, she's also not addressing it. She's trying to almost hide behind the fact that her course isn't even out yet, and that once it is out, it's all going to be a legitimate business. She is just waiting to pay that licensing fee and stuff to be able to sell. So that way in the new year, it lasts for, a full year versus a few months. So it almost feels like she did everything, got the course ready, and then she's gonna open her micro bakery, which is weird. It feels like, shouldn't you have done your micro bakery first, opened it, seen if it was in fact successful, and then made a course about it, about how to start a micro bakery? I could be totally wrong, but a lot of people were thinking that it was her husband's expertise, that he was going to help her sell this course because that's essentially what his company did. Not that the company itself was going to sell her course, if that makes sense. It's just odd to me that she already made a course before actually opening her stand and seeing if her micro bakery would in fact be successful. Now, I guess in some videos she had claimed that she is making a livable income from her stand. However, according to the Illinois cupcake law, that means that home bakeries can sell up to $1,000 of baked goods per month if they meet certain conditions. But if you make over that, then it's like there's other laws in place that you have to, abide by. So if she's making a livable income off of this, that would be more than $1,000 a month. $1,000, that's not a livable income. And then the cottage food law that she is talking about, they are regulations, this is off of Google, that govern the production and sale of low-risk foods by small-scale producers in a non-commercial kitchen. So that would include baked goods that don't require refrigerations, jams, jellies, and preserves, dried mixes and spices and candies and stuff of that nature, things that don't need to be refrigerated. Jams and jellies, though, I think do once they're opened. So that is essentially the whole situation with Jess. I don't really know how legit or illegitimate this whole situation is. The one thing that I'm kind of struggling to get over is like, why did you make a course before seeing if your micro bakery structure was actually going to be successful? That's what I don't fully understand, but I am interested to see when her course comes out and sort of what that entails and see if people actually do buy it and if that model is successful. That'll be really interesting to see, but I mean, until it does, I guess we just won't really know. But it is kind of interesting that it seems like she made all this content within the span of maybe a day, because her hair and her makeup is essentially the same in every video, which is your makeup, generally your everyday makeup is gonna look the same almost every day. But it's weird because a lot of the leaves in her videos where she's wearing different outfits and stuff are in the exact same layout. So it's yeah, leaves would blow and kind of rustle within, the span of say a week. So it's very odd that they're all in the same space for all of her videos, or almost all of her videos. So I don't know, but that is essentially Jess and what is going on with her micro bakery. Thank you for tagging me in it. Honestly, when I got into this, I was like, no way. But like I said, definitely go look at Sourdough by Sid's video because it is so good. And she's the one that sort of figured all of this out. So this woman could be working for the FBI. But that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!